we have to understand what the Bible is. It is history, and it takes a history for about, well, I would say 7 generation days, which is thousands of years. And it's literally written down in 1,000, I would say 600 years by 40 writers, 66 books. But what makes it so awesome is that it's the Spirit purposes, the eternal purposes that is like brought down to the level of natural time. So how in the world are we going to understand it except by understanding it in the Spirit? I can't emphasize this enough, because we have to know that the natural mind cannot understand these eternal purposes of God. And the natural mind is literally enmity with God, because he says the first man, Adam, was a living soul. The second man, the last Adam, became a quickening spirit. And that is where usually we stop. But the very next verse says, but the natural is first, then comes the spiritual. So you must be born again. Why? Because when you're born again, you're born into another realm that is opening up to you. And the filling of the Holy Spirit is the key to their understanding. And we have to use all these symbols and things right. And in the volume of the book, it's written. Isaiah 46 verse 10, the end is determined from the beginning. You must study to discern and divide the word. We cannot divide the body, we must divide the word. So I'm going to take you right back to Genesis, and today I want to help you understand who you are, what time you are in, and how important it is that you understand what your time is. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. My biggest revelation was like, oh my word, heaven is not eternal, it's part of creation. In the beginning, heaven was created. And in the beginning, the word has already been. But now, what he did, the first day, he said, let there be light. And the first division came. He divided light from darkness. And never again did he create anything in the realm of darkness. He didn't even recognize darkness. He didn't talk about it, anything. So he placed man into this realm of light. Now, Genesis 1 is what God did. Genesis 2 is how he did it. And how he did it, he made a garden. Where's the Garden of Eden? Please stop looking for the Garden of Eden. The garden is a realm. It's a realm of light, but it was worked out on the earth. And God created everything in this realm of light, but there was this division. On day 2, there was another division, water from water. On day 3, there was another division, land and sea. And all of a sudden, there was vegetation. Now, this is of major importance because these are, according to Genesis 2, verse 4, the generations that God created the heavens and the earth in the day it was created. And if there's 3 heavens, the waters, and then the firmament on the heavens, so it's sky, space, and the throne room. So this is why Paul says, I've been to the 3rd heaven. He didn't go spacewalking. He didn't go skydiving. He was in the throne room of God. Heaven is where authority comes from. Earth is where it exerted. So every heaven and earth forms a world. And 2 Peter teaches us about the world before the flood, the world after the flood that was reserved for fire. The first one was destroyed with water. The second one reserved for fire, which takes care of the curses on the earth. Because when man stepped out of this realm of glory, when they left the garden, the tree was protected by a sword. God said, the earth is now cursed for your sake, Adam, and you'll have to till the ground for your food, because they didn't eat the fruit of the tree, which was obedience. He says the fruit on the trees will be for you as meat. Jesus came and he said, my meat is to do the Father's will. So what he did, he came in our stead. He died in our stead, and he brought everything back to us.